Hello everybody. This is going to be Coulter Corner continued, part 2. As you may know if you watched the first one, I'm doing Ann Coulter's The Church of Liberalism Godless, and it took me over 10 minutes before just to get halfway through page 2, so we will continue on page 2. Ann Coulter says, if a Martian landed in America and set out to determine the nation's official state religion, he would have to conclude it is liberalism, while Christianity and Judaism are prohibited by law. Alright, Anne. First of all, if a Martian landed in America, what makes you think that they would try and determine what a nation's official state religion was? What makes you think that's what they would... Is that because that's all you care about? And mind you that there is no official religion that's in the Constitution, bitch. Freedom of religion and freedom from religion. So you can't say, when they say this is a Christian nation, that's the most bullshit ever. I don't care if a couple of the founding fathers were deists or Christians entirely. It doesn't mean that the rest of us have to be Christian because we were born in America. Fuck off. That's the whole point of the Constitution. It's not like Saudi Arabia or some shit where if you're born there, you are a Muslim, and period. And if you fucking speak out otherwise, you're gonna fucking pay for it. That's the whole point of America, you dumb bitch. This is a country in which taxpayers are forced to subsidize artistic exhibits of aborted fetuses, crucifixes in urine, and gay pornography. Of course, she lists exactly 0 examples and 0 evidence or proof of that. I'm sure it's, vast exaggerations. I've never heard of a state-funded art exhibit of Jesus in piss, but whatever. We'll let Ann Coulter get away with that apparently because she's a conservative blonde white woman. She can get away with that retardation apparently. Meanwhile, it's unconstitutional to display a nativity scene at Christmas or the Ten Commandments on government property if the purpose is to promote monotheistic religion. Well, no shit. You sound like someone who has not read the Constitution. You sound like someone who someone else told you this is a Christian nation, and anyone else that says otherwise is not a real American, and you just went to town on that shit. You're like, gays, not real Americans. Liberals, not real Americans. Atheists, not real Americans. Muslims, not real Americans. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're not a white Christian that, conservative, you're not a real American. Then you're just some kind of, fucking gay pornography exhibit watching fucking liberal. I don't understand her. Nobody understands her fucking rationality. Nobody. I don't think she understands her fucking rationality. She's actually complaining that you can't show nativity scene. Really? Because I see them all over the fucking place. All over the fucking place come Christmas. I don't see anything more than nativity scenes. And crosses. And shit like that. And the Ten Commandments on government property. Well, gee, I wonder why that shouldn't be in there. The first fucking commandment is thou shalt have no gods before me, which is promoting monotheistic fucking religion. So you should be able to figure that shit out on your own. But of course, you need other people to explain it to you so you can ignore them and continue on with your fucking stupidity. Jesus. Nearly half the members of the Supreme Court, the ones generally known as liberals, are itching to ban the references to God on our coins and in the Pledge of Allegiance. Well, as should everyone that is not a fucking Christian, because that's what that is referring to. Anyone that is not a Christian must still use this Christianity-endorsed fucking monetary system, which is bullshit in this free fucking country. Of course, we're not really free, but that's a whole nother video. They resisted in 2004 on procedural grounds only because it was an election year, she claimed, basically. She's like, if you take that off of there, if you take the words, in God we trust, off our money, that just means that you cannot, you have no sense of the judicial system, apparently. She's like, because it was an election year and they didn't want, to lose their seats in the Supreme Court or some shit like that. So they went ahead and went back on their actual beliefs which is fucking a total conservative value, I have to say. Conservatives will 99% of the time band together. They just band together, no matter what. They're like, I don't care if he said something retarded, I'm not going to call him out on it. Whereas liberals and atheists, if a liberal or an atheist says something stupid or does something I don't agree with, I will call them out. Obama is not for gay marriage. Fuck you, Obama. I'm going to call you out on that. You're a piece of shit. I think you're being way too trying to fucking, jerk off the Republicans under the table. I'm going to call you out on that shit. Whereas no conservative or Republican can call out another, conservative or Republican without the fear of everyone hating them. Because you're not allowed to have your own fucking opinion. You just have to have the opinion of the majority of the Republicans. That's how they fucking roll. It's fucking retarded. She continues. The absence of divinity makes liberals' belief system no less religious. Liberals define religion as only those belief systems that subscribe to the notion of a divine being in order to dismiss other religions as mere religion and theirs is something greater. Now, did you actually catch that? She's saying that liberals define religion as you have to actually have a set of beliefs given to you from a deity or divine being. She's like, we are the ones who gave that definition to religion just so we could avoid having the word religion associated with liberal ideology, I guess. I mean, that's some crazy shit. And this is a #1 New York Times best-selling author. All right, this is. I mean, don't forget the face. God, ugh. Jesus Christ. I mean, talk about if a Martian came to Earth. I think one already did. God. Anyway. Shintoism and Buddhism have no creator god either, and they are considered religions. Curiously, those are the two of the most popular religions among leftists, at least until 9/11 when Islam became all the rage. I mean, she's implying right there that after 9/11, people on the left, liberals, got into Islam, started getting into Islam, because like as if we agree with the people that kill American citizens. That's what she's fucking inferring right there. I mean, look at his face. Does it look like I'm fucking joking? The bitch is nuts, fucking crazy. And she continues. Liberalism is a comprehensive belief system denying the Christian belief in man's immortal soul. Their religion holds that there is nothing sacred about human consciousness. It's just an accident, no more significant than our possession of opposable thumbs. First of all, our possession of opposable thumbs is extremely significant. Second of all, human consciousness is extremely significant. The fact that I cannot allow you to get away with spouting this bullshit without at least attempting to call you out and having a few thousand people at least watch this video and enjoy it and see how much of a cunt you really are. That right there is a testament to my human consciousness, which I do not just dismiss as like an accident. It's something that came about because of society. When families are together, working together, everybody knows this argument. Families start working together, apes start working together. It's good to work together and not hurt each other, and that builds your consciousness. That's where morals come from. Just like nobody back when 200 years ago you owned a slave, you didn't feel guilty about it. You didn't lose any sleep about it. So where's your human conscience then? Of course, now, if you were to own a slave, you would have to feel guilty because the rest of society feels it's, wrong. So you base your conscience on what is currently considered moral and immoral. Do you understand that? I mean, where does the Bible explain that shit? Tell me about that, you dumb bitch. You want the Bible to be taught to fucking kids in school instead of science and math and shit like that? Then you have to explain to me where the Bible talks about, why slavery was okay back then but is not okay now. How morals change, but apparently the Bible gave us our morals. Explain to me that, you dumb cunt. Let's move on. They deny what we know about ourselves. that we are moral beings in God's image. Well, like I said, bitch, prove to me that you are any more moral now than someone is going to be moral in 200 years from now, or that you're more moral than someone 200 years ago. And also, I would like to prove to me that you were made in God's image, because I want to see the blonde, anorexic, giant man hands, giant Adam's apple having God that created fucking man Coulter. Holy fuck. Alright, people, I think that's about it for this one. I did make it like one page. I went from halfway on page 2, and I made it to halfway on page 3, so we're steady. 10 minutes per page is apparently how it's going to roll. Stick around. I'm sure I'll do a part 3 if you guys enjoy this. Let me know. Coctopus out.